us on our journey as we take you from Atlanta, Georgia to St. Martin. We took a 4-hour flight from Atlanta all the way to St. Martin, and we stayed at the Sonesta Maho Beach Resort. Wait until the end to see if we recommend this one for you and your family.
You'd be surprised.
You will be surprised.
All right, let's get right into it. Chase is a long haul, right? Card is a long haul.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Woohoo! St. Martin.
All right, the Sonesta Maho Beach Resort is one of the all-inclusive resorts in St. Martin. This is one of the reasons we stayed there, because we have kids, and we have stayed in St. Martin before, and we know that the price of food is really expensive. So we thought by staying at all-inclusive, we can save some money and, you know, possibly do a lot more excursions because we didn't have to spend so much on food.
Correct. And as you can see here with this room tour, it was actually a pretty decent sized room. It was comfortable beds, decent enough for us to get a great night's sleep. Had a little area for me to do some work at. Now the bathroom was a little bit different because it had this window in the middle of the bathroom, like the wall. So it was so funny. Carter was like, okay, so when I'm using the restroom, are you guys like looking? I was like, no. But it was funny because you hit the switch.
And then it frosts up.
It frosts up because it's electrified. So I think that part was really cool. The kids kept playing with it, and I didn't want them to keep playing with it because I wanted it to work when you really was in there. And it was actually, I'm right outside the shower. So that was different. Hey, you know, to each his own.
And then what's cool about this room was that we overlooked the pool, and we actually overlooked where the airplanes come in. So all day, you got a great view of seeing the planes come in. So the nice thing about this hotel was that it's right on the famous beach that all of the planes come in. So that was great, Maho Beach. So that's one, if you ever watch videos, you'll always see like people standing there and the planes are coming in, they're getting jet blast. Well, we were right there. So we didn't have to drive for that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the beach was really nice. The waves were really strong at this beach. So just be prepared for that. We did buy these little boogie boards for the kids. They're inflatable, which was really nice because we could pack them in our suitcase, blow them up when we got there. And the kids had a ball with those because the waves were really strong.
Yeah, there was some really good waves. What do you think? What is cool?
Surfing on these things. The waves! These waves are gigantic.
They're gigantic.
For the F-17
So I tell you that really good ones. I don't even, where were you the whole time?
I don't know. I think I was relaxing on a chair. So the resort does provide chairs for you, so that you can, you don't have to worry about that. They're always there. There wasn't a lot of chairs, I will say that, because you are sharing the hotel. The beach is shared with another hotel that's right next to it.
When you're at the beach, you're near that airplane area, you get blown away like an airplane.
This place is absolutely insane. Check it out. All right, you hold it up.
Woo! Our guys can hit us!
Now, the area that we're looking at right here is one of the areas off the restaurant that we went to for breakfast. This is also where the pizza bar is located, but there are a lot of chairs out there. It's somewhere you can go and relax. At night, it's really nice because you can see the twinkle near the airport, near one of the bars over there by the airport. So it's a twinkle of different lights and stuff that's happening in the city. And if there are any commuter planes that are coming in, you can see those as well at night. But this was one of our relaxing places because they had a hammock out there.
Yeah, and the hammock was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 hammocks, so if you get there early to get in the hammock because it's so relaxing.
Yeah, especially with that sea breeze.
Yeah, and they also had like little, they had cornhole over there for the kids, and they had like this rolling ball
like
thing.
bocce ball.
Bocce ball, something like that. So the kids really enjoyed going over there for that. So at the resort, they do have several restaurants for you because it is all inclusive. So one is gonna be like a steak kind of theme restaurant. They had an Italian restaurant and then an Asian restaurant. And then there's one area that has just like a buffet where you can go and it's open for breakfast and dinner. And you can go there for, you know, to have different meals there if you're not crazy about eating the meals at the other restaurants. I will say though that every restaurant is not open every night. So For instance, we really liked the steak restaurant, but I think it was only open twice while we were there. And then you had to find, you know, either the Italian restaurant or the Asian restaurant, or for some nights we just kind of went to the buffet. Get to know the wait staff because they'll hook you up and tell you which nights to go to the buffet. So there was a Caribbean night where they had oxtails. Get there early because once they're gone, and they were really, really good. Yeah. I will say they were so good.
Mm-hmm. Now, it wasn't really technically a steak house, a steak restaurant, but they did serve steak on particular nights. And it was really cool because they had the hot rock or hot salt rock, and it was burning hot, but that's what you actually cooked your steak on. So Carter really loved that portion. I thought we had footage of it, but we actually don't. But this portion was like one of the highlights that they wanted to go to, and I think we were able to participate in that twice when we were there.
So if you get there, try to figure out what night that's on, because you'll enjoy that. To make your own steak or chicken or fish, you make it on the salted rock and you cook it yourself.
Oh, no, look, Discovery Farm. We're gonna see bunnies and cows.
I don't know. We'll see.
We are at Lucky Stables, and we booked this excursion through the hotel. Transportation is not included. Pro tip, we got our driver from the airport. We just got his card, and we called him anytime we needed to go off the resort. This was really cool because it was a two-hour ride. It was $75 a person, so roughly like $300 for us all to go. We're riding horses. Giddy up, yeehaw!
Really? We're riding horses today. I don't even remember what the name of the farm is.
Lucky Stables.
This is Lucky Stables in St. Martin. We're riding horses. We came from the hotel. We took a taxi over here, and it's actually a pretty cool area to where it has a lot of pigs and a lot of lizards. A lot of lizards. Right now we are boarding our horses to take a ride up, of course, the shore and up the mountain to see some great views. So you guys will actually see it. And the boys are already on the horses. They're ready to go. Carter, who is 9, is on his horse, and he is excited about that, but it's time to go. Let's do it.
The kids had a great time on this one.
Yeah, and the guide was really cool too. He's very knowledgeable. The one thing that we really enjoyed about it was the fact that when we were going up the mountainside or the cliff, they had really great views. And as you can see here, the guy is about to tell us about all the different islands that we can see. It was really hot. One thing that they did recommend was for us to go in the water earlier because we got there fairly early.
Don't do it.
But later on, you'll see why. And
don't do it.
Yeah, just
don't get in
do
the beach water.
You'll see. That's one of the things that Carter was like, wait a minute, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
So just take a look
You'll
at
see
it.
it later.
On a really good day, we can see 4 islands. It's your lucky day.
The one part about this is where the guide and also the assistant was pairing each of us up with a horse based on their temperament. And I really like that part because, of course, for Carter, they gave him a horse that was really laid back and really, what do you call it? He really listened to directions because Carter was a little bit closer to like the guide. So this particular course was very obedient, and you know, Carter didn't really have a hard time with that.
But you had the horse that was
I had the stubborn horse.
There we go. Oh, got you. Not yet. Nope, buddy. Try again. That's poop. Ladies and gentlemen, that's poop.
All right, going into the water. This is why you don't want to go into the water before you get there. So we got there early and they said, hey, you can go down, you go on the beach and hang out for a little bit and then, you know, get on the horses afterwards. Well, I'm so glad we didn't do that because, yeah, the horses give the fish food because they poop in the water and you're like going through the poop and it was so nasty and they're like, oh, it's just fish food. No, not when it's hitting your legs.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it was definitely hitting your leg.
It was hitting you. It's to the point where Carter, like, he was almost standing up on the horse because he did not want to go through poop. But I will tell you, bring a camera because when you do get to stop and get off the horse to take some pictures, really get some really nice pictures though. Bring a camera.
I can say this was a great experience. I had Prince, which is the horse that I'm on now. It's a little bit stubborn. He's on island time, what they say. Had to coax him a little bit, kick him in, well, not kick him. kind of like nudge them a little bit when it came down to what's the ribs. Had to nudge them a little bit in the ribs, but all in all, it was a good experience. Definitely highly recommend this. If you are into horseback riding, want to go into the sea. The poop part, I could say that was the most, by far, interesting thing I've ever been through. Like literally walking through poop. All right, this was actually pretty much fun. You guys enjoy. Until the next adventure.
Now we did stop at Toppers, which is a rum distillery, as well as a gelato location. And you can see from the pictures here, like some famous people have been here and they tried the different ice cream and such out. But this was one of the things that the kids just wanted to do. They wanted to get off the van, like, oh, ice cream, let's get it. And it was actually really good too. And they gave out a lot of samples so you guys can try it. What are we doing today?
ATV.
Yeah.
We booked this excursion, ATV Excursion, through the hotel. The nice thing about this, it takes you from the Dutch side all the way to the French side, all the way back. And it's just a great way for you to tour the island and have some really good tour guides. Also get to go to the beach, go to a French bakery. So that was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah. We had some really fun tour guides. So they were doing some crazy tricks. They even let Chase if he wanted to drive, but which we said no. To drive. Which we were like, no, not today. And it was nice because we got to do this as a family. We didn't have to split up. Along the way, we got to take some really great pictures, stop at the flag, overlook the ships. We got to take pictures up there. We also stopped back at the shop because we needed to refuel, and also one of the couples wanted to switch to... So this was a tour that we would highly recommend for families because it was just fun. It was something safe for the family to do together. So while we stopped to refuel, we got a chance to walk around, and they took us to one of their friends' shops that had a monkey, and so we got to monkey.
Give him a high five. Give him a high five. High five.
That was a lot of fun. I wasn't about the monkey life.
The monkey was her friend.
No, he wasn't my friend. It tickles. It was fine. It just tickles. And also there was a local guy who came by with some coconut.
Oh yeah. So on the way, when we hit, I don't even know what side, but I don't know if it was the French. I think it's the French side. Or maybe not. I don't know. But we hit Orient Beach, and Orient Beach is a really beautiful beach. Now, when you go, they informed us all just to go to the left. To the right, it's a completely different beach. And you can Google it if you want. You'll see why. There's signs everywhere saying
adult.
No kids.
We'll say adult. Nice.
It's adult. Stay on that side. So we went to the left. We were able to eat at any of the local restaurants over there. We went to Chef Leandra's. And it was so good. It was so good. You can actually see it here. We're just touring it. We sat outside. The ocean breeze was right there.
Fresh lobster.
Yes, it was definitely fresh.
Everything was fresh, fresh lobster. We had oxtails, and I also had a shrimp sandwich, shrimp po' boy.
Yeah.
And a couple of the other families ordered lobster, and it was amazing.
So good.
So good. So definitely recommend. You do need to bring towels with you because you don't have towels there. But the beach, Orient Beach, hands down was one of our favorite beaches.
Now, of course, with it being a tropical island, and there was donkeys, and it was random. It was outside. We saw one, and then went around the corner. Carter wanted to see him, and then
there was a bunch of donkeys.
There was a bunch of donkeys.
I don't know where they came from. They were just there.
It was random donkeys.
Just random. On the island like us. Day 5, we took advantage of the dollar taxi again, and we just went into town. I needed some shampoo and conditioner because kind of forgot to bring that with us. So we went into town to go find that. All along the way, we went to one of their famous French bakeries. This bakery is known all through the island, so just ask for the French bakery. Pro tip, get there early because they will run out, and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So
the chocolate croissants are the ones that we had from before, but we didn't get to experience it this time because we got there.
And we went there twice,
Yeah.
and we still, every time we went there, we were still too late.
Already sold out,
but the pastries are really good. Bring some back to your resort because hands down they're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like you're being in France. Yeah.
French.
Also, you can go out on the back of the restaurant and you can sit there and you can eat. And while the iguanas probably try to attack you, but you can go out there and eat.
They were sunbathing. They didn't even move. They were just staring at you, though. Yeah, as you can see.
Yeah.
They're staring at you. Okay, so on this day, day 6, we went on a Rhino Tour. And this is one of the things that we booked outside of the resort.
And it was hands down one of our favorite tours. The kids had the best time. We all had the best time.
You're not gonna think. You're good. You wanna go to the line? You wanna go to the line? Oh. Oh.
It was just about $89 per person, so roughly about $356.
Yeah.
Now, we would say that when we got there, I don't know what number tour this was, but the tour guide was really in a bad mood. Made it up later on. It was really negative, really negative.
And it wasn't just to us, it was like
towards
to
everybody.
He was just like...
Now, the shop owner that was there was really sweet, but again, the tour guide, I think he was just probably burned out for the day.
Yeah, that was a headache. But after that, getting on, by the time we got everything settled, it was so much fun.
It was so much fun, yeah. And as you can see here, you know, when we got to the snorkel part, Carter was a little bit afraid of that because when you got off the boat, you had your life vest on and you put the goggles on, you look down like, oh, that's deep. You can see the bottom, but it's really deep because again, we're just on the ocean. We did stop at random locations on the ocean next to the island. We buoyed all together. We kind of like, you know, from that point, we tethered all together so the boats wouldn't go away. The guide stayed on the boat. But when we got into the water and you start snorkeling, outside of the fish, there were really pretty cool things down there. First we looked, the guy kept saying, no, go further, go look. And we were like, look at what? And eventually we got up to a helicopter and a shopping cart and different statues and things down there. So at first we were like, did it crash? So it's like some mystique behind it. But overall, we see that it was a maze that was down there for scuba divers when they had their air tanks and they could latch on and actually get to witness the things like up close and personal. But I think for the kids, it was really cool. It was like, wait, is that a helicopter?
Yeah,
it was like a helicopter.
Like it was a great experience for them just not to just see fish. So that's why we highly recommend this one because you get to see so much on this tour because you go again from the Dutch side to the French side, see the beaches along the way that you normally wouldn't see if you're just driving in a car. So it's another great way to see the island. So you got to see it from the roadside to the, you know, the water and everything. So it was pretty cool.
It's like you're looking into the island at that point. And the kids really enjoyed the fact that they were able to get out, they accomplished their fear, or they faced their fear. Carter did.
I'm proud of you guys. You guys did it. See? Oh, you did it. You could chase these. You gotta say sorry. See, it wasn't so bad, right? Wait, are we sure we want to go back or explore more?
We were really proud of them because they really gave it their all, and you know, she was on a boat.
I was a cheerleader. I cheered them on. They didn't get out. But I will say that the best part about this tour for the kids was that on the way back, the driver allowed them to drive the boat back, which was scary, but it was so much fun for them. It was, oh my goodness, that's all they kept talking about after we got off. Like, I got to drive a boat, I got to drive the boat. And they were going fast. It wasn't like we were going slow. We had to keep up with the whole tour group. So we were going pretty fast. By the time we got back, we just had to switch. I will say that we had some great footage of this. Rosette had the camera and I kind of forgot to press record.
Yeah.
So I thought I was recording the whole thing. So tip, make sure you actually hit record.
Yeah, there was a lot, especially with the kids that were driving. I mean, we were right behind them. We were kind of like I had my hands hovering over Carter's, but again, we were gone, and they were like, I'm driving, I can do this. Like, go ahead, buddy.
If we could, like, next time we go back, we would do this like 3 times.
We got our plane, Carter. Where are we going? Which plane? All right, there we go. See, first time you're up close and personal on an airplane, right?
I want to touch it.
You can. Yeah, same seats. Yeah, we can go to, let's go to the one back there, because it's the same seats, okay? It makes sense. Now you can see up close on the plane to see how high the wing actually is, right?
I will say that anytime that we personally could get off the resort to eat, we did. This will come into play because we really didn't care for the food that was pretty much at the resort. It was okay, but it wasn't great. Yeah. So they, like we told you before, they had different restaurants that you can go to, but not all of them were open, and the ones we did like were closed. So it was nice to get off and go out to eat when you could go out to eat.
Yeah.
All right, so as we told you early in the video, we're going to let you know if this is a resort that we would recommend for you and your family. We're going to first give you the pros and the cons. What do you want to do?
I'll do the pros. So with the pros itself, this is one of the only all-inclusive resorts on St. Martin, and the island is on the Dutch side. But if you're into plane spotting, if you just want to really hang out on a really great beach with some really nice waves, have some beach chairs and such, and get the ocean breeze, perfect spot. Because if you're going as a couple, there is an adult side where you don't deal with any kids, and you know it's pretty nice just for you and your significant other. In addition, there's transportation right outside the resort, so you don't have to walk anywhere. You can just go right outside and catch one of the vans into the town. The staff was actually really nice as well. And again, the hotel itself was really kept up. You know, it did have different things going on, it had different activities. And we enjoyed the fact that we could kind of just sit and hang out and just like talk in the lobby because we met some really great friends out there. So that was a really good thing. What do you got for cons? Oh man, here we go.
All right, so the cons of this hotel. I will say first, when the first day we got there, we had to wait about 3 hours to get our room right. So the first room, we booked a garden view room, which we were perfectly fine with. The room was not clean, it was not up to par, and it looked like it was on the side of the hotel that had not been renovated as of yet. So then they switched us to another room, which still was not great. And then finally we just got a pool view room, which was fine because the room, it was much cleaner. They actually had to mop it for us because it just, you know, I don't know what was going on that day, but it just wasn't up to par. I will say that once we got the pool view room, we were happy with it, except for the fact that it does overlook the pool. And if you have kids, it's not the greatest experience because I will say, if I'm gonna date us, but if you think about a Luke video, think about that kind of scene in a video, that's what the pool was like every single day. So another con for us was that we really couldn't enjoy the pool with our kids because the music that they were playing or just the kind of crowd that was down there. So our kids would most likely be like, oh, let's just go to the beach. So we spent more time at the beach than we did at the pool. We would have to wait until about 5 o'clock when they stopped playing the music and, you know, the crowd kind of went away to enjoy the pool with our kids. Another thing was that we didn't really care for the food. We felt the food was okay, it wasn't great. And then there just weren't a lot of activities for kids to do. So we had to find excursions for our kids to do because it just wasn't a lot going on for them. So that was another negative. Would we stay there again? Probably not with kids. We would, and even if we stayed again, we would go onto the adult side because it just was a lot calmer. It just wasn't the riffraff going on. It just was a better experience because I did go on that side to get a massage, and it was so peaceful over there. It was calm. Even the music they were playing, it just was a totally different vibe. If I recommend for you guys, if you are gonna book it and you're just a couple, try to just book on that side. It just was a lot nicer over there.
Oh yeah. But all in all, you know, St. Martin, this is like one of our, I think our 4th time actually being out there. Love the island. Love the people. I'm Caribbean, so it just felt like I was right back at home. But this is one of the locations that, you know, most cruise ships go to. So you would stop in town, you know, but in this case, we were more in town and we just just really just hanging out and just enjoying the island. So
yeah, and we love St. Martin. People are always friendly, great experience there. Just the Sonesta wasn't our vibe, so.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
again,
wasn't our vibe.
hopefully you guys loved this video. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you click the notification bell for anything that we do drop. And also just share this with somebody if you know that is heading to St. Martin, or if you're headed to St. Martin.
Yeah.
Make sure you save this so you can just take a look back at it and just remember which excursions that you can take.
All right, guys, again, please come on our journey with us and wait for the next video.
See you next time.